we're gonna do the handsomest head coaches in the NHL.
Oh, all right. I gotta pause this thing because I'm gonna have to use. I'm
Brendan.
to actually focus.
Okay, so
yeah.
Brendan, let me
Yes.
explain what's going on here. For the past few episodes,
So I found out Gabe Kapler is a babe, and so he's Babe Kapler, and I brought that up to the attention of the group chat, and it created the thing of we're gonna have basically a round robin of tournaments to lead to the big quarterfinal fights of who's the most handsomest coach / manager in all sports.
Yes.
All right.
Gabe Kapler makes me question.
So
things.
thus far, Gabe Kapler has won out the Major League Baseball bracket. Okay, which was didn't have much competition. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Absolutely not. It was between him and who was the other babe?
Kevin Cash.
Kevin Cash, man.
Yeah. So it was those two. So he beat out him, and Charles deemed Joe Torre the ugliest manager in baseball history.
I'm not wrong.
Oh, that's a little mean.
He looks like a Dick Tracy villain. I'm sorry.
Next, we did the NFL, and that was won by Sean McVay.
That was hard.
Yeah, the NFL's got some dudes.
I mean, NFL objectively has the best looking head coaches.
I mean, Mike Vrabel was a contention.
Yeah.
We had Kyle Shanahan.
Mike Vrabel won his
Kingsbury.
AFC bracket, but unfortunately couldn't unseat Sean McVay, who's won the most important award this season, aside from that Super Bowl.
And screwing over Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers is
Yeah.
going to get me extra points.
Yeah, that's right. It's not just based on looks; it's also based on your track record as a head coach.
And who you can get me to parties with. That's why Dave
That is
Roberts,
also true. Dave Roberts, even though he's aged like oof, man, has he aged? Yeah. Oh boy. And then we did the NBA, and the NBA was between Eric Spoelstra versus Jason Kidd, so Dallas versus Miami again, and unfortunately Jason Kidd won out.
Jason Kidd, man, the guy's been looking the same since he retired. The beard helps out, man. Eric
The
Spoelstra,
Steve
though.
Nash flow, huh?
Oh, so listen, we talked about it a little bit, but
Yeah.
the fact that Steve Nash looks a little too cracked out for my liking, it scared me. We're gonna be at Flanagan's at 4 a.m. The guys are like, I'm gonna take a bump. I'm like, no, I can't do that because you're cutting that with some PCP, man. We're gonna get sued.
So now we're going. So Charles's least, I guess, recognized sport.
I don't know what anyone looks
So
like.
we're gonna get genuine reactions out of him, and we do. So we do like
Joe Tortorella is the only other one because these guys have been around for like 15 years.
Yeah, so there's a few that he does recognize, and some guys who have been on ESPN. But we're gonna do the Western Conference first, including the Stanley Cup champions. So, but this is all new to Charles. So this is gonna get some genuine reaction out of him, and we'll just see what he thinks. So first up is the Anaheim Ducks head coach Dallas Eakins.
brand new head coach.
That's true. It just happened. But he's been around the league for quite a bit. So there he is. So we're gonna move it around. Tell me when I should move on to the photos so you can.
Is
get
it
an
fair
idea.
to say Dallas Eakins? Because I also brought it up on the Google. Is it fair to say that he kind of looks like the love child of both David Tennant and Peter Capaldi from Doctor Who?
This is gonna be the best one because Charles has no preconceived opinions of these guys.
The man has very intense eyes.
Yeah, former Florida Panther when he was playing. So
I'm not about it.
No?
I'm not. It's Barty Crouch Jr.
So
doesn't.
it's basically yes, he's handsome, no, he's handsome. So we're gonna do that. All right, and Brendan, if you want to chime in anytime here, you can. Right? So
I only have I try to do real life comparisons, and like Dallas Eakins looks like he has a lot of money in the stock market. And that's the best way I can describe him.
That's fair.
okay. All right, so next is the Arizona Coyotes head coach, Andre Torini.
All right, Andre.
So let's go. So
He already sounds attractive.
There's some exotic.
It's something about Italian names.
All right. Oh no,
No.
no. He looks like default create a character. Okay.
He looks like your favorite math teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can teach some mean math or economics
Oh
somewhere.
yeah. Oh yeah.
All
No.
right.
We're passing
Yeah.
to Andre.
Yep.
Dallas Eakins is gonna win by default. Watch.
Oof. Okay.
Well, you have
Oof.
12 other teams.
All right.
'cause
Next
Okay.
one. Next one's an oldie, but he's a goodie. Daryl Sutter.
No.
I think I know what Let's open this up a little bit.
Walmart Keebler elf. That's what he is.
All right. Daryl's. Oh no, no. There's a picture of him like raising his arm up. Absolutely. There's some handsome old man. We gave Greg Popovich a little bit of love.
He might know some people. He was the head coach of the Kings during their 2 Stanley Cup runs.
He looks like the stage alternate to Mickey and Rocky in the musical. We'll pass.
That's a good one. All right. Next is Luke Richardson of the Chicago Blackhawks.
All right. Let's take a picture of Uncle
Luke
Luke over here.
Richardson.
Oh, okay. This here's a contender.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Out of all I've seen,
All right. So,
I mean that nose is busted the f up, but with a haircut.
sheesh, man, he was.
He played a smidge for
yeah.
the Bolts. I do remember
You
that.
know what he kind of looks like?
He's a former player.
There's a little Josh Brolin in him.
Mm,
Little Josh Brolin. Like one of the pictures I'm looking at right now. I see a bit. All right.
All right.
Uncle
So
Luke
that's a
over here.
yay for Luke.
Yeah, he
All
survives.
right.
He
All
survives.
right. Former player. He's 53. Not too shabby for 53. Okay.
Not at all.
All
Let's
right.
get the beauty is in the eye of the beholder kind of contest here for us boys.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next, your Stanley Cup champion, Jared Bednar.
I don't know how to spell
that?
his name.
Especially for someone who has gray hair.
So Jared Bednar.
Kind of. Is it sad to say that him and Luke Richardson really just have the same face? Just different nose. Yeah, we'll put him in there. All right. All right. So,
I don't want to say what I think of Jared Bednar. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, here's an. I didn't know he got hired by them. Here, Peter DeBoer of the Dallas Stars.
Oh boy. Okay,
let's-
this will be
let's
fun.
see.
Oh boy.
Stars,
Yeah, Peter DeBoer
coach.
coached the Panthers and the Golden Knights and
Peter DeBoer. Oof. I got. Is he the one? Let me look on.
he's one of those guys that
Oof, yeah.
decided to grow the beard.
No, but you can't go. Here's the thing: you can't go halfway on the baldness.
Mm.
You can't shave the part that's a chrome dome and let the other part go. You either go all in or not. But it's true though. Taylor Jenkins understood that. That's why he grew the beard.
he's like almost the equivalent of what everyone says about Mike Budenholzer, where he looks like he has an absurd amount of money on every game.
Yeah. I feel like you can't take any half measures there, Coach. I forgot his
Okay.
name already. He's
Peter
not
DeBoer.
handsome. No.
He's
DeBoer.
yeah. All right.
The bald.
The boar is kind of implied in the name. Am I right?
Well, some people say he's got a boring style of hockey for his teams.
Well,
But-
that too.
But it's hey, he got the Devils to the Stanley Cup Finals. Same thing for San Jose. So
Coffee is for closers, though.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Coffee is for closers.
All right, next is Jay Woodcroft of the Edmonton Oilers.
All right. Let me bring this
Oh,
up
boy.
here.
All right, 45 years old.
He's youngin. All right.
Never played in the league. But
Oh man, what? Whew. Whew. So we don't accept drinks from Jay Woodcroft. That's all I'm going to say about that. Oh no. No.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
All right. Okay, next
Got the extra long gum line that we're talking about.
Another guy who's often on the coaching carousel, the Los Angeles Kings, Todd McClellan.
Let's look at Todd.
Here we go.
Is that Rowan Atkinson meets Andy Serkis?
He in the
He's a very intimidating looking coach. I'm
he's
terrified.
Yeah, he is.
Instead of a silver fox, it's more like silver possum.
Yeah.
Silver possum.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really think he's handsome, but he scares me. So he's that guy that approaches you. Can I buy you a drink? I already have a drink, and he goes and says, "Can I buy you a meal?" And you're like, "Will you buy me an appetizer?" We can do that. But
he looks like somebody that would have been an extra in the Hunt for Red October.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Yeah.
Or Stranger Things season 3.
Okay.
Super Russian.
Okay. Next, the Minnesota Wild's Dean Avison.
Dean Avison. I still can't get over, Rapey McRae face from 2 coaches ago. Woodcroft?
Yeah, Jay Woodcroft.
Yeah.
So Dean Avison.
All right. Evanson, let me check on my
Oh
screen.
man, that mullet though.
Yeah,
I do appreciate a good mullet.
Yeah, when he was playing,
He
yes.
deserves like 1 bonus point for that mullet.
Someone says he looks like Creed Bratton, and I can't get this image out of my head because it's on Reddit. Because I just did Google search. It says
there's a
coaching
clear
guy.
image of him right there. Hockey Wonders on Twitter. Dean Avison looks quite a bit like Creed from The Office.
You know what? I like Creed. By default, Dean Evanson's handsome. He was part of the grassroots singing "Live for Today," which is a great 1960s song. Goddamn.
Okay. Next, John Hines of the Minnesota Wild.
All right.
Or no, the Nashville Predators. Sorry, I reread that. Sorry.
Nashville Predators.
All right, he's part of the.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Okay, so out of all 4 sports, we found like our Rick Scott, right? For each one. So you've missed that, Brendan. I'm sorry, but there's always one. But he's kind of like if Rick Scott and late John McCain just had a baby and meshed it in.
See, John Hines looks like he has punched drywall before.
I think all the coaches that we've seen in hockey has punched drywall.
Especially if someone misses a change or too many men. He seems like a real stickler for too many men.
Yeah, probably.
I have a hard thing about bald men.
Right.
It's a hard pass.
All right, next we're going down. We got Dave Hackstall of the Seattle Kraken.
And I'm not saying that there should be a Rooney rule in hockey, because I know we're talking about more than Americans, but I like my sugar to be a little brown every now and then. Seattle Kraken.
Dave Hackstall.
That's really Steve Nash. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I like him without the beard.
Okay.
So if he takes the beard out, we're good. If he has the beard, he looks like the guy who's still living at Woodstock. So it's conditional, but handsome for lack of people in the pool. Evanson right now is leading it, but
all right.
Yeah.
All right. Next is Bob Bugner of the San Jose Sharks.
Oof, I mean, with a name like that, you better be handsome looking because
He
everybody
was
else is going to call you.
head coach of the Panthers and
I think I
former
remember.
player as well. A goon. He was one of the goons back in the day. He was an enforcer.
All right. So which photo is it? Because I got 2 different ones coming up here. So let me see on your YouTube screen. Is he the one with like the shaved lip?
Yeah.
You talk about somebody who's pushed concrete. He probably, or punches drywall. He probably did it while holding the monster can. He screams domestic violence. I'm not doing it.
He was an enforcer. Okay.
I mean, I get it. But
Okay.
no. I want to feel safe, not threatened if some guy's looking at me at the bar.
I mean, his nickname is the Boogeyman, so you're not gonna feel safe.
No. Oh, God damn, that's cryptic.
Next is Craig Berube of the St. Louis Blues.
All right, St. Louis Blues coach. Man, hockey, man.
He's a
Okay,
particular kind of
he
person.
he was the interim head coach during their Stanley Cup run, then finally earned the head coach tag. He was the interim for the entire season, and they won.
It's the hair.
Yeah,
it's the hair for
former
me.
player. Okay,
I'm appreciative of the fact that these men have like the most intense looks. Like they scare me. No one except for maybe Mike Vrabel put the fear of God in me, especially no one in baseball. Softest people out there, the managers, but the hockey people
definitely
I would
rocked
maybe,
the mullet way back when.
I would probably go on the different street.
All right, so that's a no for Craig Berube.
Yeah, no for Greg Berube.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll move on here. Let's go to. Oh, here's another one of Coach Carousel. Bruce Boudreau.
Barbecue Bruce.
Yeah. All right.
Because you also realize I don't know how to spell these
All
names.
right. Bruce
So these are
Boudreau.
hard. I see.
All right.
Ooh, hell no.
Yeah.
I thought Rush Limbaugh died, man. What are you telling me this guy?
Oh boy. All right. So that's a no for Bruce. All right. No for Bruce Boudreau.
Is he licking barbecue sauce? All right, listen.
Yes, he's heard the Andy Reid crew. All right.
Listen, I get a little. He's cute like an old kid way. No, sorry, Bruce. You don't get my goose.
Next is Bruce Cassidy of the Vegas Golden Knights.
How many Bruces are there? Like I think this is like number 4. It really feels like freaking Shorzy. Our names are Jim. You're Jimmer. You're Jim Bob. You're Jimmy. Our names are Jim. All right. What's this Bruce's name? Golden Knights?
Bruce Cassidy.
Butch Cassidy. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on here. Which one am I looking at?
Well, there's the image
it's
of him
just
with the
it's
Boston
just this
Bruins.
Rob Lowe looking motherfucker over here because I don't know if you ever seen the Boondocks, but when they're in jail and he goes, "I'm sorry, I'm distracted by this handsome motherfucker here." Out of all that I've seen in hockey,
yeah.
I'm gonna call him.
He's in Vegas. You're gonna have some fun.
No, he's making me play David Cassidy. Hey, I think I love you, but what am I so afraid of? I'm afraid that I'm not good for no cure for.
And
Bruce can get the goose. Not barbecue Bruce though.
Okay, and that's it because the Winnipeg Jets still have not hired.
Well, just for shits and giggles, put up Barry Trotz.
We can do the other side if you guys want to do time since Brendan's here, so you can go from there. I don't know how much you want to dedicate to it.
Well, I just want to show you Barry Trotz.
I mean, my vote's on the other side, so.
All right.
Yeah.
So Barry Trotz.
That's Marty St. Louis, Short King. That's it.
I mean, Barry Trotz looks like every judge I've presided in front of.
All right.
To a degree, at least 2 of them.
Well, we're at the 1 hour mark now, guys. Okay. So that's the Western Conference. And Charles, who is it? Is it Bruce Cassidy?
It's Bruce Cassidy.
All right, Bruce Cassidy.
It's Bruce Cassidy.
So there you go. Congrats on the job. Congrats on being the handsomest Western Conference head coach. Let's head on over to the handsomest head coaches in the Eastern Conference. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Brendan, I just want to let you know that we are such a professional sports show. You should feel so honored. You should put this on your resume.
Yeah.
I like the entertaining aspect as well as the professional aspect. So this is fantastic.
We are also very comfortable with our sexuality. Call the same.
I mean, I already told you who I believe is going to win the whole thing.
Well, let's get to him. Let's get to him. All right.
Okay. Good.
Okay. So the first thing.
Alphabetical order.
Okay. So the first one. Well, right now it's a vacancy at this moment, but the Boston Bruins have a vacancy right now. Okay. So nobody's coaching Charles's beloved Brad Marchand at this point.
The former coach was Cassidy, right?
Yeah, the former coach was.
So
Cassidy.
there you go.
The hot Cassidy or the not hot Cassidy?
You know what that tells you? They might be pretty, but they might not be right for you. That's what I'm getting. I understand. He had eyes that would make the devil cry. I get it.
All right. So So we're gonna have to move on to Buffalo, and that's Don Granato for the Sabres.
Former player, right?
Yeah, I mean he only played for
Tony Granato.
No, he never played in the NHL. He played for the Columbus Chill of the ECHL. That's a cool name, the Columbus Chill.
What's this guy's name? Because
Columbus
Google's
and
giving me
Chill.
something different. Columbus and Chill. All right, let's continue on. Oh no, I'm trying to, because I'm not on the YouTube thing anymore because the episode had ended.
Yeah.
So now I have to be desperate.
Yeah, well, it's on the main page, but it didn't connect to the old.
All right, so let's
stream,
look at him. Bring it up to me. Yeah, I'm not feeling it.
All right, no for Don Granato. Another
Evolved
thing.
it, man.
He looks like he would be a good principal at a high school or something.
Yeah.
You know, very approachable principal at a high
No,
school.
he's basically Mr. Mackey without the inflated head. That's from what I'm saying.
Principal at a high school, or definitely knows some information. He could be a whistleblower.
He just deep throat.
Hey, you want to know why Sidney Crosby gets cleared all the time, even though he has his 15 concussion? I know.
Next is Rod Brendamore of the Carolina Hurricanes.
Another kind of grind him out sort of player.
Former player, but he's taking some shots to the face.
Just a few. He did win a cup with Carolina.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a hard-looking man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a hard-looking man.
Taking a few punches to the face, you know.
That's a pugliest right there, or pugliest. the old term for a boxer. Pugilist, thank you. That's a passionate man, but you know, it's like Bela Lugosi in a suit. We're just gonna pass on that one.
All right.
He better be.
I
funny.
love that reference. All right. Next is Brad Larson of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
How many fucking Brads are we going on?
It's hockey, man. Shorzy is a perfect, amalgamation of the entire hockey experience. It's like five guys named Jim, you know?
So hear me out. When he has all the facial hair on and the badly shaven head, he looks like Ben Roethlisberger, who went on Slim Fast.
That's true.
He does.
But when he shaves, he's kind of handsome looking.
Captain Fat Fuck. There's an image of him when he was playing back in the day.
So give me Brad Larson without the facial hair, and then I'll consider it. But if you give me Slim Ben Roethlisberger, I'm not going to be about it.
Look, all I'm going to say is it's Ben Roethlisberger and Blake Bortles.
Blake Bortles.
That's what it is.
In that picture of him that's up now, the Avalanche-looking uniform,
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of James Hetfield from Metallica.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit with the soul patch.
Yeah. Kind of that,
Still hanging on to it.
I gotta tell you, the hockey players at least have had the most references that I can give them in comparison to some of the other ones of who I think they'd look like.
All right, so let's move on. We're going to actually the Red Wings have a vacancy right now too, so we can't go to Detroit, but we'll go to the new head coach of the Florida Panthers, and that's Paul Maurice.
All right, Paul Maurice.
It's another one in the coaching carousel.
How come I just don't get why they went with him and not your other guy, but whatever.
So, do you like Alton Brown?
Oh man! Listen, I'm gonna say this though: his glasses are on point.
That is true. Yes,
His glasses are on point. I wear glasses when I'm not wearing my contacts. He's on point. You know,
right.
No, but +1 for style. The guy can wear a suit well. So
Okay.
you know what? Because we're in a drought, we'll slide Paul Maurice in.
Kind of the tie with the glasses and the suit.
That close-up almost looks like a young Gus Malzahn.
He looks like Joe
close-up
Buck's
one.
Canadian cousin.
Joe Buck's Canadian cousin. All right. Next, we're going up. Here we go. We're headed out to Montreal.
Canadians.
Marty St.
There he
Louis.
There he is.
Marty St. Louis.
Short King.
And we're gonna see a lot of. We'll start with his thighs first. We'll start with his thighs.
So y'all know JJ Watt is like stacked, man? Because there was like something that came on my Twitter feed. I'm like, why am I looking at a 34-year-old man's body? But hey, it happens. My God. I'm trying to remember the.
There's just so many images of him as a player. I want to get him just as in the suit.
Yeah. What is up with his quads, man?
He's only what? How tall is he? He's 5 foot.
5'8".
5'8". There we go.
Okay, same. Well, and then shorter, but you don't have to have your quads that fucking impressive.
He was my favorite player when he played for the Lightning.
And I remember him too. That's the thing.
He was this tenacious motherfucker.
I don't have bad words to say about him.
And
Damn straight.
he's also short, like I am. So it's kind of like a role model, if you will. And I wasn't a Lightning fan in 2004 when they won the Stanley Cup the first time, but he's famous for one, scoring the game-winning goal in Game 6 in overtime to take it to Game 7 in Tampa, but two, he took a high stick toward the end of Game 7, and he's just gushing blood, and he really just doesn't care, and he plays through it.
All right, so
I mean, he's number 2.
okay.
He's number 2. I mean, he might be the Western Conference
take it.
finalist.
Oh, this is the Eastern. So,
Or Eastern Conference
yeah.
finalist.
All right. So we're here's
He's
another.
got good hair.
Well, yeah. He's
He's one of the few who has hair.
yeah. Well, he's 47 right now. So, and not too far away from his playing days. And yeah, he keeps in good shape for sure. Next, another one, the coaching carousel, Lindy Ruff for the New Jersey Devils.
All right.
Good old Lindy.
Like Yosemite Sam.
No. He seems like that always casted like principal in a British movie.
Or the cop that tells the one who's actually doing the detective work that he's off the case.
Oh yeah, the bagel man.
He's the chief. He's like, you're off the case.
He's kept the stash. That's been his style.
Gun
since he was
and
a player.
badge. That's it.
Yeah, I'm not about it.
And that's his only line. Gun and badge.
All right. No for Lindy Ruff. All right. Next, we're gonna head on out to.
Do you think when he went out to bars, he just called himself the rough stuff?
Next is Lane. We're not too far for the New York Islanders. Lane Lambert.
All right.
And by the way, the Islanders just fired
Barry Trotz. Yeah.
Barry Trotz,
So
who
this is their-
you're not a particular fan of in terms of his appearance, but he is a damn good coach. He is a damn good coach.
All right. So, let's bring up Lane.
Lane.
That's a villainous looking motherfucker right there.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
That
he's
is a Bond villain.
Yeah, he's a Bond villain.
Jesus, there was like a photo of him with his his hand on his chin resting. I'm like, he looks like he's got money. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, former player.
Not feeling the beard, but damn.
You know how they say people like danger? Man, it's like a moth to the flame for me.
That's a yeah. All right. Lane Lambert.
Yeah, I mean that's intense.
Yeah.
Got some wrinkles on your face, but you've seen some stuff. He was like, I ate some, I was a cannibal when I was on the Alps. It's all right.
Next, we'll head out to Madison Square. Gerard Gallant, New York Rangers.
All right, I think off of memory, Gerard Gallant is not handsome to me.
Yeah,
but-
from the former Florida Panthers head coach and went to Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Is it fair to say that Gerard Gallant looks like what an Oakland Raiders Mark or Al Davis coach would look like?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, sorry, Gerard. Good coach, but no.
Next is DJ Smith of the Ottawa Senators.
I don't know this one, so this is going to be interesting.
All right. I already know the answer.
All right, I want to make sure because there's Guy Boucher, but
No,
Google
that's
sometimes
Guy
is
Boucher.
weird.
Boucher.
Yeah, and he probably might have made
Boucher.
this list. He might
It's
have been
Boucher,
on the
not
yay
Pecker.
of the side.
Like the water boy. Like the water boy.
Yeah, so
So here's my thoughts on DJ Smith. Have any of you seen Boardwalk Empire?
I have not.
Damn it, he looks like Shea Wiggum if Shea Wiggum gained like 10 pounds. But, it's all no. We do not do DJ Smith.
DJ Smith has said sleeping with the fishes unironically before.
Yeah.
All
DJ Smith, DJ for Donut Jr. We don't do this.
right, next, good old Torts, John Tortorella, the Philadelphia Flyers.
Off of memory, I would say no, but let me get a full
Yeah,
modern
good hair.
image.
I'll give him that. He has good hair.
He's looked the same forever. Let's just
We
he's one of
do
those guys.
appreciate, good hair up in here.
Yeah,
He has
he's
good hair and good beard.
good glasses too.
He's not unattractive. The glasses, I think,
He's a fiery guy too. He'll defend you.
the glasses kind of throw it away a little bit. But to me, depending on the, you couldn't get a half blind Charles to think he's Kevin Costner a little bit. Just saying,
Yeah,
a little bit for that,
I can see that.
or a Don Johnson, more John Johnson than anything.
Mm.
Especially Don Johnson when he was cast in Django Unchained.
Okay.
Tortello, for the fact that there's some barrenness in the pool, we'll put him in there.
Okay. All right. So there we go, Torts. And let's see. We are headed out to. So that was Philly. Oh, okay. Pittsburgh. Mike Sullivan of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
All right, Mike Sullivan, it's time to judge you. Handsome or not handsome? Or just passable at this point? At this point, half these coaches are just beer goggles. That'd be a good beer league team. I don't think he's ugly.
Yeah, he's.
He looks more like a politician than anything else.
Yeah. Mm.
You know, I'm just trying to figure out if he's pro SCOTUS or against SCOTUS. Mike Sullivan's a safe bet. There's always a safe bet in each one, Brendan, and he's the safe bet. Like,
yeah, he's got two Stanley Cups.
Yeah.
He'll always, take it to Applebee's. He won't try anything weird. He'll make sure it's a family-friendly environment for you and your kid.
Yes.
He'll ask you if you want dessert.
All right, next.
He won't try to do that. He'll do the awkward hug, but not the peck on the cheek goodbye.
Next is John Cooper of the Lightning.
I think Cooper off of memory is handsome. Let's take a peek.
I think he's handsome just in general, but man, rose-colored glasses have made him gorgeous the last 2 seasons.
See, you know what John Cooper is? John Cooper is boyish good looking.
Yeah.
If that chrome dome wasn't showing, he's got a congenial smile. His wife's pretty. He's in good shape. He's a winner. He's a winner. All of us are going to lose our hair.
Great attitude too. If you ever do his interviews,
where's that dark blue, man? I'm a blue on blue monochromatic guy sometimes. John Cooper.
He's got style. His suits are always great.
I'm gonna drop a bomb on you though, that you guys are gonna hate me a little bit on some of these photos. He looks like a distant relative to Urban Meyer. I'm just saying, it's the nose.
He does.
The nose.
He does.
But he's the Urban Meyer that will ask for consent to touch you, as opposed to from there.
All right.
He's a real winner.
Look either.
We're gonna put John Cooper in it.
All right. Next is Sheldon Keefe of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
All right, Sheldon Keefe. Dude, he looks like a total bro. I'm sorry.
He's 41. He's probably, I think he's one of the youngest coaches in the NHL right now.
I mean, he's handsome because of youth, and he looks like he never took a puck to the face. The hair is good. I'll give him the hair.
He played for the Lightning. That's the only team he ever played for. 2000, 2004. Rob Gronkowski, if he was, let's see, how tall is he? 5'10".
And I'm not meaning to offend here, but if I squint enough, he kind of gives me a little bit of a Brendan vibe too, in terms of how he.
It's all good.
That
Especially
man's
the-
face,
especially
that
that-
man's face is the
That's
pure
why.
definition of
That's why I have a beard now, because I
there you
do
go.
look like that.
I don't know if he's handsome. He's a total bro. I don't think
Yeah.
he's my cup of tea. 'Cause
Oh yeah, he definitely was in a frat. That's-
Sheldon Keefe still pops his collar going to church. I'm just saying that.
And he wears those like shorts that go halfway up the thigh.
Oh God, he's the dude who wears sneakers without socks. I don't know if I'm not attracted to him, but that means somebody else might think he's handsome. So you know what? As I always say, someone else's saint of someone else's worship. Well, I can't speak today because
He looks like the guy that's still hanging on to like the 9-10 p.m. party start time when all of his friends are like, "Can we start it at 7:30 instead?"
Yeah, he's not my patron saint of worship, is what I'll say.
Yeah.
As the Brazilians do.
Alrighty then. All right, and finally, Peter Laviolette.
Just a side note before we go forward, Brendan, I'm not saying that you look like a frat bro or something. It's just
You're totally fine.
I kind of
Sheldon Keefe looks like a total frat.
That kind of looks a little bit like him a little.
Sheldon Keefe looks like his favorite quote to say from a movie is "A Doyle rules."
Next is Peter Laviolette of the Washington Capitals.
I can't even spell that, so we're just gonna have to fully Google out.
Yeah. Ugh.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's kind
That
of rough.
picture on the top left looks like something you like. I don't know. It looks like something you'd see in like one of those
Man,
cutaways.
this man has never taken a good photo.
Yeah,
Even when he's playing days, like
he looks like an understudy for Guys and Dolls.
And he is not. He's never
if
taken a good
if
photo.
listeners don't go to the theater, it's time to get educated. Okay. West Side Story. He was the first guy outside West Side Story that came out in December. Oh man, Steven Spielberg's making this the best movie ever.
Okay, so
he's goofy. You know how he said Nick Nurse is the goofiest motherfucker?
that's true.
All
all right.
So the finals comes down to Bruce Cassidy versus short stack Martin St. Louis.
Mm.
Let me look at a few more Bruce Cassidy. I mean, he looks like Rob Lowe.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of looks like Rob Lowe to me. And Rob Lowe is handsome as shit.
Mm.
Even though Chad Lowe landed Hillary Swank. But Rob Lowe kind of annoys me with that slim fast. I'm like, you have good genetics. Don't tell me it's anything about diet. Like, you don't look like you eat a burger like I do with donuts on it. All right, so but his hair is kind of flimsy sometimes. Because I'm really going on the deep dive of it.
Mm.
And then we go to short stack. All right, let's go back to short stack and see what he does.
Yeah,
Here.
now, whenever I think of Marty St. Louis, I'm going to keep thinking of short.
By all means.
I'm not happy with that.
The correct
so here-
term is short king. Okay,
Well,
He's a
short stack.
king.
So here's the thing about short stack. He's got a little bit of a goofy face, but the hair is good. It's not fading a little bit. He could put on a suit pretty well, but I feel he's insecure of going tie or no tie. You have to go all in. The thing that goes against the tie game of Bruce Cassidy's not that good. I mean, I like a little bit of yellow, but there's some ugly ass ones I'm going there. And I'm seeing this is tough, actually. This might be the tougher decision because I can see the appeal to both. But Marty St. Louis looks like he'll fight on my behalf if something goes down, which matters, by the way. Mike Matheny will fight for me in baseball.
Or we will, by the way.
I don't think Bruce Cassidy would. You know. But then I'm looking at his player profile. Marty St. Louis looks a little cross-eyed. I understand they played hockey, guys. But there's a lot of things that come in place. This is hard. Bruce Cassidy. I'm not gonna fight it. It's gonna go to Bruce.
Whoa.
Bruce got the juice.
All right.
Bruce got the juice. It was hard. The hair hurt me a little bit.
Bruce
But
Cassidy.
It's those eyes. The quote, it's like the first time I ever heard the Beatles sing.
All right.
I'm gonna be thinking about
So
it.
we're
This is exactly Dawson, Payton, Joey situation.
Ooh.